All you bozos out there in Radio Land, K6MYC.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Daryl, 982. We've got you. And how are you and the wife doing?
Overall, pretty good. Not bad. Better than we can expect so far.
Well, you can't complain.
No, sir, I cannot. And the weather's not too bad, not too much heat.
Did you get your feet wet with the tsunami?
How about that, huh?
Yeah. What? There wasn't anything on the news at all today about what it came up to. Did anybody hear the numbers? I heard as much as 7 feet in Hawaii, but I think it came up 7 millimeters in Seattle.
Well, the fact that it happened at all is very interesting.
Where is everybody this evening?
No Rob yet, huh?
No Rob. You're it, buddy.
KK6ZKE74.
Oh, there's another one. There he is, KK6ZKE704. How are you doing, Terry?
Oh, doing good, Mike. Staying dry from the tsunami, you know.
Okay. What does this tsunami do for you?
It was sort of interesting to watch it on the news. The earthquake was pretty powerful.
Yeah, did they ever say what the surf came up to in Hawaii?
I think it was like you said a second ago. It wasn't that much. You could watch the boats move up and down.
Yeah, a couple of waves at 7 feet, and then it was gone, huh?
Yeah, I think the surfers probably took better advantage of it than anybody else.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about damage or flooding or anything, so. But there are some restaurants and places in Hawaii, even on the Big Island, that restaurants are right on the boardwalk. And if the water comes up even 5 or 6 feet, it's going to be in the restaurant.
Yeah, I was in Kona once, and yeah, you're right.
Anyway, hopefully we get some more people. I don't hear the LA guys tonight. I don't know whether it's because I got the antenna screwed up here or what. Maybe I should recalibrate this thing.
Where's Rob?
Breaker. That's KG6USS, Bozo 831 over here in the high desert. Mike, you copy?
Oh, good evening, John. 831. This is Bozo 47. We got your 831 in here. But if you'll make a longer transmission and make a call up this way, see who else you can pick up. I'll swing the antenna back and forth and see if I can get the right heading for you. Over.
All right, Mike, I got you in here, and I just thought I heard you there.
Yeah, well, I guess I have it pretty well calibrated. You're coming in the right direction. Last night on 1296, it seemed to be all screwed up. I was getting people in all kinds of weird directions, most of which were not where I should have been pointing. Anyway, we don't have the big guns on here. I expect that Rob should be in here in a couple of minutes, and we also should have Ken in here, WA6OIB226. I talked to him on the phone earlier, and he intended to be here for the net tonight. So he should be here any minute. And then I don't know who else we're going to have in here, whether they're the big guns in Clovis and Visalia are going to be on here. KG6USS, K6MYC, Bozo Net, Northern California.
Yeah, Mike, yeah, you finally dialed in right there.
KE6VON 1040.
You were fluttering a little bit.
Good evening, Adam.
So hopefully I'm hearing you.
Good evening.
As well. Okay, very good.
I think I just heard Dane.
Big guns. Anybody else out there in the Central Valley want to check in on the Wednesday night Bozo Net out here in the high desert for Southern California? This is KG6USF. Bozo 831, looking for check-ins, check-ins.
But just crickets up here at the moment.
Oh, that's always nice at nighttime, hearing the crickets there, right?
Yeah, if you come back in 5 minutes, we'll probably have 3 or 4 more for you, but that's up to you. Anyway, we did hear a local, but he's not hearing you. KE6VON, good evening, Adam. 1040. And you might give me a schedule of your next 4 or 5 days to see if I can swing by and drop off some things.
I go to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I should be home on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, maybe we'll put it off till then. But I've still got tomorrow. And I don't want to, I don't think I'll burden Matt with it tomorrow. I got to get stuff loaded up. I'm still interested in putting a new transmission in my mower. The mower still works very well. I mowed the lawn with it, both front and back, but boy, even the smallest little incline now, it just doesn't want to back up at all. I have to keep working the lever and engaging it, and it works for a second or so and goes about 1 wheel rotation, and then it quits. And then I got to put it out of gear and put it back in gear and do it again. So it's just about gone for anything but flat. Over.
Yeah, I wonder if it's something's out of adjustment on it. I wonder, and if it's needing to be tightened up. Sounds like it might be slipping. I don't know. Usually when something goes internally, it just flat out goes.
Yeah, it just doesn't have any power either in the gears. If I put the mower blade down too low so it drags on the lawn, that stops it altogether. So it's I don't think it's an adjustment. I think it's just worn out. Over.
Could be. Yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable on them. I'd have to, like I said, I'd have to look up the model and then research it and study, figure it out.
Yeah, apparently this one doesn't have any oil point where you can put oil in or out. Some have oil where you could refill it or put fresh oil in it or whatever. This one doesn't have it. Matt, Frank looked at it pretty thoroughly. We couldn't find any way to get it into it or any adjustment from the outside. All the levers work normally, but it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do to the wheels. Over.
I gotcha. Yeah, could be worn. More than likely, I guess. Like I said, I'd have to look it up, but yeah, new transmission's always an option, or a new used one.
Yeah, I also have a Honda mower, which is and it has a basket behind it, and it does a good job on the lawn, but it's got a carburetor problem. You have to really look at the carburetor and maybe flush it out and clean it, because the last time all of a sudden it just stopped, and I couldn't get it started anymore. I can squirt gas into it, and it'll kind of kick over, but then it won't stay running. So that one's got to be looked at. I don't think there's anything seriously wrong there except maybe a new carburetor, but it is a Honda, so it shouldn't be too hard to get parts for that. Then I still have the 2 big chainsaws that are giving us trouble. We can't get them started again. So I got about 4 things to bring to you. I won't bring them all at once. I may just drop the chainsaws and the mower off.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever works. We'll figure it out.
All righty. Take care. Good to hear you. We'll look for you tomorrow night also on 432 if you can check in. KE6VON, K6MYC, Central California, Northern California, Bozo Net, still taking check-ins. Who's left here in the San Joaquin? We're missing a whole bunch of people.
WB,
Whiskey 6, pop back up.
W6PE off the back of the beam up there in Oakhurst. Good evening to you and somebody else. Who was the other one?
I think I heard Dane.
Danny being who?
No, I think I heard Dane.
Oh, Dane. Did you get in here, Dane?
Well, I've been trying, you know. You talk to the big guns, but then there's us pea shooters.
Well, I'm pointed away from you, but you're plenty loud to get through. I think you probably just timed your call wrong. Anyway, good evening to you. Let me see. See if I could get some words out of Mike up there in in Oakhurst before he has to go to bed. How you doing, Mike? W6 Papa Echo, K6MYC.
Doing good, Mike. Yep, I was going to get into the 1296 net yesterday, and first I was there too early, and then when I got back to the radio, it looks like the net had already ended, so I got there too late. So a lot of times I'll get here early and just wait till you swing your beam around my way. But I had a bunch of stuff I need to get done around the house, so I was checking the radio in between doing those and waited too long and missed out.
Well, I was here. The net ran very long, and I was here until 8:40. So we were here for an hour and 10 minutes, Mike, over.
Okay, well, because I checked on the YouTube channel, and there was nothing on that as well, so maybe it was actually after 8:40 when I checked back.
Yeah, well, we must have just quit at 8:40. Yeah, that's about when we stopped. Okay, well, sorry we missed you. Anyway, good evening to you, and we'll pick up Dane here and see what he's got up his sleeve this evening. And then we'll see who else is in here. We're missing some big guns here. WA6AAJ, AA6S, WA6OIB, KM6SRR, all the guys that could work the south are not in here tonight. Dane, take it away. WB6JNP, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. K6MY.
KM6SR 432.
JNP 107, course code DMO7. Anyway, nothing new since the other night. Everything's going along fine. We're back home and just trying to catch up on housework. And
I hear you, Rob.
I was thinking, yes, and then there's us little pea shooters. But you have to remember, David did slew Goliath.
I'm back to net control in Southern California.
I have to remember what?
Stay cool.
David did slew Goliath.
It's going to be 4 times, eventually.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. It's clear, but it makes no sense. Something about David Luke Hawaiian?
No, Mike.
Goliath, or more appropriately put, David kicked the shit out of Goliath.
David, okay. David did do that. Luckily for him, I guess.
Hey, he's talking about little radios as opposed to big ones.
I know.
Okay.
Anyway, we also have Rob in here. Rob, are you hearing Dane?
Into the woodwork.
No, I was pointed left is down south, so I'm not hearing him.
You might be able to get John down there. He's already been up here looking for check-ins, but he still may be hearing you.
A6S.
AA6S 800. Good evening, Bill. Good to hear you.
Yeah, Mike said I had to check in. I got everything disconnected. I don't have any power on. Had to take everything off the left rack and reconfigure it. So I just wanted I plugged a couple of cables in. Looks like it works. Anyway, I just wanted to check in. You're super strong here. K6MYC in the group, AA6S.
Well, you're a good copy here. I would say very strong. If you didn't tell me you weren't running high power, I wouldn't know. Because you're way up into the AGC region of the radio. Good evening to you. And how long do you think you'll have it in the discombobulated state before you're backed up to full go? Over?
Oh, a day or so. Day and a half, I don't know. feel like I about killed myself here. I'm about half out of breath. I was moving one of these, this cabinet is so heavy that it'd take a tow motor to move it. I had to pull one of the drawers out so I could even attempt to slide it. So anyway, I'm making progress. The cabinet I had to move has a spectrum analyzer on it, one of them, and has the 500 volt 250 mil power supply, lambda or whatever it is, that vertical thing, and I don't know what all, some meters, and anyway, I got it all laying in the other room right now. Mikey, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Listen, let me remind you that we have a ARRL contest this weekend that I'd like to have you participate in for a few minutes. It's 220 and up, all the way up through 40 gigahertz, but I'll do my normal thing and I'll be on Saturday night, starting out at 7:30 on 222. Now, I know you got rid of all your 222 stuff, but at about 8 o'clock we'll get on 1296, and we'll do that, and it would be sure good to have you pass out your grid square. It's a distance thing. It's a distance contest, so they use all 6 digits of your grid square. So you're in DMO 6 something, delta something, way down there at the bottom of DMO 6. And then the guy on the other end, and that's the distance between you. So you get points for the distance. Anyway, it would be good if you could get on, and then about 8:30 or so, we'll go over to 432. So you could at least participate in a couple of bands very quickly between 7:30 and 8:30, over.
Thanks for doing that. Yeah, I should be able to have the stuff on. I got the 1296 stuff, all I got to do is hook the power supply back up. It's still hooked up, supposedly. The 2 meter stuff, I'm looping through the amp now, but I don't have the control cables hooked up. And the 432 thing, I've got the output connected to the antenna, but nothing else. I got to get all these, I got about 5 240 volt plugs I got to plug in, trying to reconfigure them. So I got this big box that I built that's got, I think, five twist locks in it. So all I got to do is sanitize it and get them plugged back in, and I'll have some RF again. Mikey, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, do the best you can, even if you check in barefoot. Saturday night coming this weekend. It's this weekend, starting Saturday night. It's a 24-hour contest. It does go from 11 in the morning our time on Saturday to 11 or so in the morning on Sunday. So you got some time. But obviously the time I'm going to be on there and really concentrating on working people is on Saturday night between 7:30 and 8:30 or 9 o'clock, over.
QSL, I'll try to be on there so I can give out a couple of points. I don't know what the rest of this DMO6 stuff is. I don't even know where to look, Mikey.
Boy, I don't know, but somebody on here can tell you where to look for your full grid square. There is a place. Rob, do you know where that is?
Yeah, it's on our website there. Bill is in DMO6 IH.
India Hotel is your last 2 digits.
Okay, India Hotel it is. Thanks a lot, Rob.
No problem.
If you forget it, you just have to go to the Bozo website and look yourself up, over.
Roger. AA6S DMO6 India Hotel.
You got it. This is K6MYC Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo.
KG6 USS. John, you still on there? This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo. KG6 USS. John, KM6SRR. He's not hearing me, Mike. Go ahead.
Okay. We should have Ken in here. I talked to Ken just a few minutes ago on the phone, about 6:15 or so. He called and said he would be in here. Gwen's got COVID again for about the 8th or 9th time, so she's almost over it now. But they did show a weak confirmation in the test strip that she had it. So he's got the house locked down again.
KJ6TYO 1009.
Oh boy. Well, then he's probably not going to be over at Marcus's tomorrow, huh?
He's going to what?
Bravo Kilo.
It won't be over at Marcus's like he was planning on.
Well, I think he is. I don't think he's locked down. It's just her. I heard 2 breakers, but I didn't get either one of the numbers, guys. Try it again. Who are the other 2 check-ins, please? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo Net.
1009.
1009. Good evening, Ron. KJ6TYO 1009. And who was the other one?
Kilo Echo 6 Bravo Kilo 858.
Mike, 858 from down there in Porterville.
Yeah, I hear you, Eddie. 858. We've got you. Quite surprised to hear you. I'm pointed your way, but you're early, so we weren't expecting you. Good evening to you, and over to you, Rob, for a hello. Over.
Good to hear you on, Eddie. We appreciate you checking in there. You're early as good as ever.
Yeah, Rob, I can hear you. Mike's a little bit down in the noise there. But yeah, was able to get in here tonight, so you guys can get done with the next little bit. Have a good SR and K6MYC, KG6UK, 73.
Okay, Eddie, 73. Thanks for being there.
Yeah, thank you, Eddie. Thanks for checking in. You're really, really weak tonight. I don't think you have the antenna right, because you're down about 10, 15 dB from your normal signal strength, just barely above the noise. So something's not quite right there. I don't think it's the band, because I'm hearing LA right through you. They're stronger than you are, actually. KE6BK, K6MYC, 73. Good evening, Eddie. I don't think he's hearing me at all, Rob.
Yeah, you mentioned he wasn't hearing you, so anyway, we should move on.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing there that he isn't hearing me. Am I running power here? Well, the meter's going up and pegging, so I guess it's working.
Yeah, I could barely hear Eddie, too. And Mike checked in there, 727.
Who?
Michael, 727, WA6AAJ.
I didn't hear you, Mike. Go ahead and take one. WA6AAJ, over.
You doubled with him, Mike.
K6MYC, WA6AJ 727. Your signal is only S9, and I'm pointing right at you.
Well, everything's fine here, but I may not be pointed at you, over.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Ken just checked in, and Rob they're both about 30 over, so that's no problem.
Oh, Ken checked in also. Ken, are you here?
Yep, WA60IB, and you're very weak.
I don't know why.
KC5DTU 712.
Yeah, somebody's got a birthday coming up.
I wonder who.
Yeah, which one is it, buddy?
Good evening, Ken. One too many. That's all I can say.
Every year it's one more. Good to hear you, Kerry. KC5DTU WA60IB.
Roger, roger. Okay, just heard, listening in on there, they heard Gwen is down under the weather. Hope she gets better soon.
Yeah, well, I hope so too. We've got a
We've got a cruise coming up to Alaska starting on the 11th, so I hope she's better by then.
Well, if you want to push it, Ken, you're welcome to come up. You know, we talked about the computer coming up and picking it up. You could also pick up some ivermectin if you wanted to do that, if you didn't have any yet. Over.
Yeah, well, that's probably not a bad idea. But I do have some time tomorrow, so I should get up there and get that computer.
Okay.
Frank's going to work on it a bit first.
Well, that's part of the plan, but it doesn't have to be in that rotation. If he gets here before you do, I'll have him try and turn it on and plug it in and see if it'll light up the screen. But if he doesn't get it done before you get here, you can just take it. Well, hopefully we'll at least get a chance to plug it in and turn it on and see if it comes up. If it doesn't come up, it's definitely got to get to you one way or the other. Over.
Right, yeah, okay. What time does he do up there?
Well, he usually gets here between 10 and 10:30.
Okay, well, I'll wait till after that then. Yeah, no problem at all. I got lots to do, and I'll just I'll work it in with it. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, back to net. WA60IB is here.
Okay. Are you going to Marcus's still tomorrow?
That's part of the plan too, yep.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, and good evening to you, Kerry. We've been busy, I guess, last night, and busy or something, I don't know, but we didn't get a chance to listen to any of the stuff yet that you sent yesterday or anything that was here for today. Over.
Roger. Well, whenever you get a chance to, it's a lot of good stuff. Things are moving in overdrive.
Yeah, it's moving right along. To hear the Democrats talk, though, it's tanking. You know, this GDP of 3.0, the 3% increase in GDP, or the GDP is now at 3. That's just a fallacy. That's not real.
Yeah, roger that. Okay, well, I'll be in touch, and definitely should be here tomorrow night and be here for the contest on the weekend.
Yeah, okay, good. We'll look forward to that. One more time this weekend, guys, there's an ARRL contest that starts at 2:22. I'm going to be on Saturday night, 2:22 at 7:30, 8 o'clock, 1296, and 8:30 for 4:32. We'd like to have as many people check in as we can. Not necessarily check in with me, but exchange grid squares, 6-digit grid squares, because that's the name of the contest. It's a distance contest to see who can work the furthest away, but they're using the 6-digit grid square as the defining distance factor. So that's something that we'd like to have as many people, particularly on 222, but this course is not 222 night, but trying to get as many people back on 222 as possible. So much for that. Let's see, who else do we have in here before we go to Atascadero?
Good evening, Kerry. KC5DTU, KM6SR. You're supposed to be counting backwards at this age, Kerry.
He is. He's counting backwards. But he can't tell us what it is yet because he can't subtract. He doesn't have enough toes.
Kerry, where'd you go?
He went in. He's done for the evening. Okay, I'm not hearing anybody else. I haven't heard Aaron. Is Aaron busy tonight? Does he have the stream going?
I don't know. I can check. Who'd you get before?
Okay, well, while we're waiting, I'm going to go to Atascadero. Here we go. Do you have a 10-meter net tonight, Ken? Ken may be already gone. There must be a 10-meter net tonight, huh, Rob?
Yep, there is. Yeah, Aaron's got it streaming. I just heard myself come back over it.
Okay. Well, we're over toward Atascadero, so I'll see if Eric, KN6EIV, or W6QUI, W6QUI, are you there, Ron? Over.
Yeah, I'm here, Mike. Good evening to you. W6QUI, Bozo 1055.
Good strong signal tonight, bodacious. I heard little traces of you yesterday on 1296 when you were working mic, but I didn't hear any usable audio, but I could hear you modulating the noise. So, boy, if you had 100 watts over there, we'd hear you fine, and maybe a little more antenna gain or something, but certainly the 100 watts wouldn't hurt, because we hear you like that quite a bit, but it's never readable. Anyway, I wonder if Eric's around there this evening, or if you have the other fellow that's down from Canada, or wherever he's down from. Is he still around?
I think he went back, and yes, Eric is also on.
Eric, KN6EIV, go ahead, K6MYC.
Hi, Mike, K6MYC is KN6EIV. Bozo number 1044. Yeah, Christopher went back to Oregon. He lives in Oregon today. Heard him earlier today on 5.2, and he said he was traveling tonight. So he's going to be, I guess, next time he'll come down with a little bit better stuff, he said. Over.
Okay. When did he say he might be back?
Geez, I've already forgotten. I'm sorry. Don't know. It's maybe it was January, I think.
Well, I think I got the impression it was a once-a-year thing, but by the time he gets back, we won't remember him.
Could be. He made a pretty good impression over here. He went to a meeting of ours, and then was all over 5.2 talking. So, yeah, maybe it is. He'll be back in the springtime. You're right, not January. But yeah, right now I think it's once a year. He's trying to make it a couple times a year.
Okay, very good. Where does he stay? A motel? Does he have a friend or a house he's staying with?
His mother and father live down here.
Well, that makes perfect sense. Okay. All righty. Well, good to hear you guys. You must be up on the hill there, or are you with Ron?
No, I'm up on the hill. I'm using amplifier tonight. How's my signal and how do I sound?
Well, you're louder than Ron, so you're doing really well. Rob, say hello to if you're still there. We have a 10-meter net, so some of the guys are missing. WA6AAJ, are you still here, Mike? How about Rob, KM6SRR, Rob? And we waited too long. We had so many check-ins here. Finally, the net started late, and then everybody started to really come in. I got 15 check-ins out of the San Joaquin Valley here. Half of my normal, or a third of them anyway. And so by this time we got to you, everybody's going over to 10 meters. Anyway, good evening, guys, and I don't think we'll see either one of you on 432 tomorrow, but 1296 is something that we'd like to get you on for, but I can't help you. I can't coordinate on that one, Ron. 1296 is, there's a contest this weekend, the 222 and up ARRL contest is on this weekend. It starts at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, and I'll be on at 7:30 in the evening on 222. At 8 o'clock, I go to 1296. So if you could be on at 8 o'clock on Saturday night, and give a few contacts out to the boys over here on 1296, that would be terrific. You have to have your 6-digit grid square. I'm pretty sure you know what that is. And 432 as well. Maybe you could make it on 432. We're going to go to 432 at about 8:30. 8:30 to 9, we'll do 432. So those three bands, Saturday night coming up this week. The contest is a 24-hour contest, so it'll go from 11 in the morning on Saturday to 11 in the morning on Sunday. Over.
Hey, Mike, you've been talking so long I didn't have a chance to get in there. I just went downstairs as you called me.
You just did what? You went to John?
No, I was going downstairs because you were talking to somebody else about stuff. So, yeah, I'm hearing Eric and Ron, KN6EIV and W6QUI.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. Okay, in the contest, Mike. Yeah, I can be on Saturday evening, and on all three bands actually. Well, yeah. Not 220, but 1200 and 400. I'll be glad to be on at that time. So I'll make a point to I'll be here in the evening at least. Maybe not during the day, but at least in the evening. Over.
Yeah, no, that'd be fine. I'm going to try and get people hooked together. It's a contest when you give out your 6-digit grid square. It defines the distance between you and the station you're working, and it's a distance contest. You get points for the number of miles between you and so on. Not that you're in the contest from a competitive standpoint, but that's how the contest is working. That's why it's different than the June contest. So you do need to exchange your 6-digit grid square. Anyway, it'd be great to hear you. I won't hear you on Saturday night, I don't think. But maybe we can. I think Bill said he would try to be here, and maybe and also Mike WA6AAJ, and perhaps Rob will be here as well. Rob can work you because he doesn't have the blockage that I have in your direction. So you'll have at least 3, and perhaps others that you can hook up with. You can probably work 3 or 4 other of the guys that are on 1296 here in the Fresno area. W6QUI, K6MYC. Thanks, Ron.
Okay, very good. Yeah, actually, Mike checked me in. AAJ checked me in on Tuesday on 1200, so you're probably aware of that. Yeah, all the guys over there or Q5 on 1200 except you, Mike.
Well, I just got this big mountain of dirt in front of me.
Yeah, well, someday. I have heard you when you were pointed east. Very weak, but you were readable. And of course, I didn't have the horsepower to counteract that, but maybe someday we'll make it.
Well, I heard you that one time. There's one time that I heard you good enough for a contact on 1296. So probably what I will do when you guys are hooked up with Mike and Bill and a few others, I'll swing over toward the mountains just south of Fresno, and maybe we can get a bounce off of something there. That's what worked before, and I did hear you. So miracles can happen. Over.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing with my low power. Okay, look forward to that on Saturday. I've got something going on Saturday, but it's earlier. I think it's way over before that, I hope. Got to confirm the time, but I'll be here as soon as I can be here.
All righty. See you then. Good evening to you. Good evening to you, Eric. I'll listen for your final KN6EIV, K6MYC, and the Bozo Net.
All right, Mike. Have a good night. And Rob, didn't get to talk to you, but I know you're out there. So hello to you too, and thank you guys for coming this way. KN6EIV.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I'm getting you about S5, Eric. You're sounding really loud. I'm listening to both the 10-meter net and this one. Thanks for being there, KM6SRR.
Roger that.
Okay, 7-3 guys, we're heading for Santa Cruz now.
803, course goal.
803 course goal. Good evening, Dan.
Yeah, good evening. I guess I was lucky to get in on a little piece of your pattern there.
Well, I hear you pretty much everywhere from what I can tell. Maybe you make that more obvious than I realize, because you may wait till I'm loud for you. But I think I can hear you anywhere. Over.
Oh, okay, very good. Understand. Roger, Roger. All right, well, back to net, 73, KM6HK.
Okay, 7-3. over there towards Santa Cruz. KW6 Sugar, KW6S, K6MYC, and also AF6 United, either one, K6MYC.
K6MYC from AF6 United, the countdown Bozo, 1098.
We got you, 1098. Good evening to you, Lee. We missed you the last couple of evenings, but I know you've had company and other things there. So thanks for popping in here this evening. I know you didn't have 1296 last night, but we missed you on Monday on 6 and so on. Anyway, great to hear you. Big booming signal. Let's see if Rob can hear you tonight on this band. Rob, are you hearing Lee there? Over.
Yeah, I am, but I'm trying to monitor 10 meters, and they're coming up with my call.
Okay, he's also checking into a 10-meter net, Lee. So we'll put that on hold a second. Let's see if Tom is over there. KW6S, K6MYC in the gang. Hope Tom didn't give up on us. We're past 8 o'clock already.
So Tom usually hangs in here until 9 o'clock, so he must have gotten distracted by Barbara or a TV show there.
You sure he didn't get smothered by the tsunami?
Yeah, the whole big 1-footer.
Was that what it was? Did it get to a foot over here?
Well, that's what they were saying. I guess a couple of places had like a foot and a half, a little bit further south of us and whatnot. But yeah, it was pretty much a non-event.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Nothing burger. I don't know what they got in Hawaii. I listened all day and we never got any more reports on it. So obviously it wasn't anything that did any serious damage over there. Not enough to make the news, unfortunately.
Yeah, it seems like it was probably well, everybody talks about the abundance of caution, and so I think everybody had the abundance of enthusiasm as to how far or how big it was going to be.
Yeah, they were telling people in Hawaii to be up at least on the 4th floor of the hotels and stuff to be sure they didn't get wet. I don't think it got anywhere near there. Probably didn't even get past the 1st floor, if it even got there.
Weather from the afternoon rainstorms that usually pass through there, you know? Hi.
Yeah, I missed the first part. I doubled. Go ahead.
Oh, I just said they probably got wetter from the rainstorms that come through in the afternoon there. Hi.
Either that or they spilled their Mai Tai on their lap.
Right. That's good. Well, let's see if Tom is out there. KW6S, AF6 United with K6MYC.
Well, maybe we'll catch him. If he comes in here, tell him that he's got to make noise. I can probably hear him in most any direction. And we'll come back to the Bay Area at the end of the net, so maybe we can catch him at the end, Lee. So if he comes in, tell him to stick around.
Okay. Well, I'll try to be here tomorrow night on 432, and hope to see you then, or talk with you then. So 7-3, Mike, K6MYC from AF6 United.
Yeah, and maybe even Saturday night on 432 at 8:30. We're going to be over on 432 for the ARRL contest, and it's at 220 and up, so we're going to do 220 at 7:30. At 8 o'clock, we'll go to 1296, and then 8:30, we'll probably do 432. So if you could be there, that would be great. Give out your grid square. You give out your 6-digit grid square, and the contest is a contest to see who can work the furthest. And so they use the 6-digit grid square to determine the miles between you and the guy you worked. Over.
Okay, yeah, I will try to light up the Delta Victor section of Charlie Mike 9 or 6. So I will try to be there at 8:30 on Saturday night. It sounds like a lot of fun. All right, 7-3, Mike, K6MYC from AF6 United.
Yeah, and we want you there especially, and hopefully Tom will be here as well. But we need your Charlie Mike 96. Do you know what your 6-digit number is?
Yeah, Charlie Mike 9 or 6, Delta Victor.
Delta Victor, I'm Delta Bravo, DM07 Delta Bravo, so we're pretty close in terms of where we are to the bottom of the grid there, aren't we?
Okay, well, I'll look for you on Saturday night around 8:30 there. Sounds good to me. AF6 United, back to you.
Thank you, Lee. 7-3 for now. Good, great signal over here. Rob, did you have a chance to to listen for Lee there?
Yeah, I'm back now. Yes, I heard him a little bit. Really, very weak there. I got him checked in.
Okay. Very good. Heard you a little bit, Lee, but it wasn't spectacular tonight. Although you're booming here, you're just blasting me out.
Yeah, I could hear Rob just barely above the noise. I can hear him. I can tell what he's saying and whatnot, but it's definitely not a very strong signal on this end either. So there must be some big pile of rocks in between him and me. So 7-3 there, Mike, and 7-3 there, Rob. AF6 United. I'm clear.
Yeah, well, I think his dirt pile is in his front yard when he looks your way. He's actually below a little tiny ridge. It's a small ridge. It's not much higher than the house, but it's high enough to give him some dirt blockage, and that's what he's fighting when he goes toward the Bay Area. That'll be corrected when he gets his towers up there, because he can get the tower up 70, 80, 90 feet, and that'll make a big difference getting over that ridge. Over.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to that, and hopefully I'll have a little bit, an extra section on my tower, let's put it like that, and I'll be up a little higher myself, so maybe that'll help out on this end too. All right, 7-3, everybody. AF6 United.
Let's all get higher together.
Woohoo! 7-3.
7-3. 7-3. Okay. Up to the area. Here we go. K6MYC. That should be pretty close to the bottom of the Bay Area. I don't think Fred's going to be in here, but who is copying me in this direction? K6MYC Bozo Net. Bay Area?
Whiskey 2, Whiskey Romeo X-ray.
Hey, there he is. W2WRX. Now, you're a guy from Hawaii, so I imagine you got the straight poop. What was the big wave in Hawaii from the tsunami? Over.
Could you repeat that again? I got distracted there. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, I said, what was the feedback? We never did hear the feedback of what happened. I stayed up till it was about 8:30 in Hawaii, but the tsunami wasn't supposed to hit there. The big wave wasn't supposed to hit till about an hour and a half later. I fell asleep, and we never did hear. The next day on the news, it never got reported. So since you're from there, you must have some connection. Do you know what the waves got to on Kauai and Maui?
Roger on that. Yes, I had my All-Star Link hooked up to my system here with California as well in the San Diego node. And the guys were doing their nets, emergency nets to all the islands during that time. And they didn't get that much wave, it's probably 6-footers that normally would be 0. And everything turned out good. Oahu down at Waikiki was having a little bit problems with having people to evacuate. Some of them came back, but the police had to jump in there. But anyway, it turned out good. The net controllers were all over the islands and making sure that everybody was set with their areas. Over.
Okay, so to your knowledge, nobody got hurt or nobody got inundated with water. No restaurants got flooded or anything.
Just a little bit of flooding that went over the roads there, and plus over some of the houses. Nobody got hurt, and everything turned out really good with the net.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad it was, and it certainly turned out to be a nothing burger except for a few people. But they were warning of the 20 and 30-foot wave that might come in, so they trying to get everybody to go up to the 4th floor of the hotels. And luckily, it didn't come anywhere near to that. Thanks for the feedback, and appreciate it, Carl. and thanks for checking in here. W2WRX 294, I believe, K6MYC. Bozo number for the stream, over.
Roger that, Mike. Yes, number 294. Sorry I haven't been back on the radio. I had one of those things. I had my mom passed away at 100 years old, over 100, and I've been away from a lot of radio, so that's why I was absent. W2WRX, aloha.
Okay, well, gee, I'm sorry about your mom, but you know we're all going to go, and obviously she got a lot of miles out of her life. So in a way, it's congratulations to your mother for making it to 100. And we won't call it a sad event, although nobody likes to lose a parent or a loved one, over.
Roger that, yeah. That's why I was away. I was trying to coordinate a lot of issues that, you know how it is, trying to get families together from all over the island, and plus, what do you call the stateside as well.
Well, I'm happy that she made it to 100. My mother was itching to get to 100. She was 99 in about 9 months, and she didn't quite make the 100 mark. But she was telling everybody in the rest home that she was 100 anyway. She was, but not in the strictest sense of the word. 7-3, Carl. Thanks again. Aloha, my friend, and have a Mai Tai and 2 or 3 for your mother.
Roger that. I really appreciate the kind words there, Mike, and the whole guys on Bozo. And also, aloha from the West Coast. We'll be taking that Mai Tai from you there. W2WRX, back to net control.
One of these days we might be able to do that face to face. We got to work on that.
Roger. Okay.
You're not that far from Fresno. I can't travel very well because I don't have eyesight, but it's unlikely that I'm going to get your way. But if you're ever down in the Fresno area, you got to come by here. I have a full bar in my house. It was a leftover from the people that had the house before me. So I have a complete wet bar with most of the makings, if not all the makings, for Mai Tais and many other things, over.
Roger that, yeah. I'll get your phone number from the shop, and that way, you know, we're all good. If not, you can email me. I wanted to email you, but I'm not sure if you're still picking up your email on your QRZ, over.
Yeah, my email on the QRZ is wrong. I can give you the email, but I'll give you the phone number right now if you want it.
Roger, I'm ready.
Okay, it's area code 559 994 5105. So complete again, 559 994 5105.
Roger, we got that, and I'll bring a case of different flavors of spirits, over.
Okay, here we go. Sounds good, Carl. We look forward to that wonderful day, and you'll enjoy it here. We got a great place with lots of beautiful views. 40 acres. We can drive you around and show you the place. It's all hilly, and you know, depending on when you come, it's either brown because the grass is dead, or it's green because it's alive, over.
Roger, yes, I'll make a note to that, and plus that's a date with you. Once I finish with all the memorials and the wake and settle down, I'll be contacting you, okay, Mike?
Yeah, no, that'd be terrific. That would be terrific. And when you get here, you'll see pictures of my mother up on the wall. We have about 50 pictures of our family. We have a huge great room in the living room, and there's lots and lots of pictures of all the relatives up on the walls, and I think you'll find that interesting as well. And of course, we've got pictures, a few pictures from our Hawaii ventures as well. We had the home in above Kailua Kona, as you may recall. Anyway, 7-3, and we'll talk again soon. Look forward to it. W2WRX, Modesto, I think, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, yeah, she's from Kona, Hawaii. So, yeah, I'll talk to you in a little while. Hopefully, we'll get back together and have that Mai Tai.
226 is back.
Gotcha, 226. Okay, and I hear Dennis in there. Good evening, Dennis. Not pointed your way, but you got a booming signal, and if you have anybody, I'll take them now, Dennis. Over.
Okay, very good. I do have some. Before I do that, hello, Kent. How are you?
Well, hi, Dennis. I'm doing great. You sound great tonight. And hello to Carl there, too. Haven't talked to him in a while. It's been a while since he's been in here. But good to hear you, Carl. WA60IB.
Kent, I'll tell you something. This is about as strong as I've heard you for quite some time. You're a good 40 over S9 up here, buddy. I'll tell you what. You coming in and mighty loud.
I'm just yelling. That helps.
Oh, how's my signal doing down there tonight?
You're 10 over.
Okay, that's not too shabby. Hello there, Mike. Very pleasant good evening to you as well. We got KA6, Ocean Sugar X-Ray, 160. He would like to get checked in. And also in one Papa, Mr. Dave 336 also. We got Mr. Larry, N6BX, 782. And I got just one extra for you, if you're ready for that, is KA6NBC, Richard at 849. And that's about all I got for you tonight, and a very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bozo 86, over.
Got it all, Dennis, and no ripple, no flutter. Solid as a rock here, and I'm pointed at 290, or so, middle of the Bay Area. So we got a funny bounce on you tonight. You sound like I was pointed at you and then some. Okay, thank you, Dennis, and we may even say hello if you run into anybody else on the way before I get to your heading there in 325. I'll pop back in. I'll try to get Reading as well tonight. I did work Reading the other day on 432 and on 6 meters, so we're starting to have a little propagation with Reading on 432. That's nice. 7386. Go ahead, Ken, if you want to finish with Dennis.
Oh, we're done. We said hi. Yeah, you guys doubled for quite a bit of that, but I think Dennis got what he wanted, so we're good. So carry on, WA60IB.
Yeah, and you take care. Have a pleasant good evening. Stay cool down there, WB6ISO 73 to 1 and all.
Okay, very good. And I am pointed toward the Bay Area, but I haven't had any check-ins from the Bay Area yet. So let's get check-ins from the Bay Area, please.
Hey, Mike, you're very weak over here, so I don't know. Take a look and see if you've got a red light on your amplifier, either the load fail or the high temp light. Something's not quite right. I hear you coming through pretty good on the live stream here. K6M.
Well, you know, it's here by the third person that says I'm weak. The watt meter says 1500. Everything's fine, so I don't know what that is. And you're loud here, so I don't know.
Okay, well, you know, it could be a cabinet full of chestnuts from the squirrels.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pointed at you. I went back and forth on you, and I did peek you.
Okay. Well, no worries. You're only about S2 or S3 over here, almost like you're barefoot. But if your watt meter says 1500, you're good, at least on the transmit power side. All right, Mike, 73s. I won't hold it. I know the guys in Nevada are probably waiting for you. 73s for now.
Well, we've been waiting for them as well. I'm at 293 on my beam heading, which is a little high for you, but when I went down, you actually went away. Let's try for more people in the Bay Area, please. K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Good evening, Mike, and good evening, Jim. Here is Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November India, 1090.
Okay, Carl. Gary, I'm sorry, Gary, we've got you. Now, let me swing back and forth on you and see if you're coming from the same direction that Jim is there. I'm going to go way south. I'm going to go down in the 270s, and I'm going to work my way up. So there it is at 2. Here's 275 right there, 277. And give me a call, Gary. Go ahead.
Yeah, K6MYC from WB679. Mike, you came way up to an S9, and Jim and I both had you earlier at a 2 or a 3. You came up to a 9. Jim, you may want to just comment too if Mike got up. But yes, at this bearing, and now you can center it on me. But when you went to 277, 275. Peaking at an S9. Back to you.
Yeah, well, you're loud too, and that's heading where you should be. It's probably closer to the correct compass heading than where I normally point. I usually get you pretty good at 282, 283, but I'm at 277, so it's within 5 degrees. But I did recalibrate the other day, but the funny part is, last night, none of these same headings for the same people were where they should be. In fact, I had to point north in order to hear Oakley, which is normally at 300 degrees, over.
Well, you're S9 over here now.
Isn't that something?
Yes, Jim, thanks for comment. Yeah, I would let you go ahead too, but yes, every night seems there's a new setting. Now, I don't move my antenna, as you know, I have to manually turn it, so that never happens. So my antenna is always staying put, and so you're seeing, I guess, different bouncing of the waves. Anyway, well, I'm happy you were coming in S9, so yay. Anyway, Mike, we'll talk to you tomorrow on 432. K7MYC Davy 67973.
Okay, and we want to work you on Saturday on 432 also at about 8:30. At about 8:30, we'll be on 432, 100, working the contest. The 2 half hours ahead of that will be 222 at 7:30, and 8 o'clock will be 1296. But at 8:30, we'll be going to 432, and we'd love to have you check in with your 6-digit grid square, Gary.
Oh, Roger, I have it written down. Otherwise, I would never remember it. Anyway, Mike, we will talk with you tomorrow and on Saturday, 8:30. 73 for now. K6MYC, WB679.
Yeah, okay. Just about 3 days from now at the same time we're working right now for all practical purposes. Okay, 73, Gary. K6MYC, Clearwood 1090. WB6WNI, and I'll be standing by for other check-ins from the Bay Area. WB6JNN, where are you, Jim? AB6SR, weak, but probably readable. If you try me there, Stan, over.
Yeah, K6MYC, AB6SR.
Oh, yeah, very loud. That's the best I've ever heard you on 432, over.
Yeah, we're on 2 meters, aren't we?
Oh, we're on 2 meters. No wonder you're so loud.
Yeah, okay. I don't have much here. I fell asleep on Sunday. Before that, I don't know what happened. Probably fell asleep too. I'm not sleeping well. Nothing much to report yet. Your great signal, of course, as Jim said a little earlier, you were back at S9 Plus with Jim over there in Fremont. Anyway, nothing new from me. I expect you want to get a move on. So good to hear you again. K6MYC, AB6SR.
Okay, very good, Stan. Well, thanks very much. Again, I'm surprised to catch you here on 432/2 meters. I got my head all tangled up when we started talking about 432 there with Gary. Okay, good. And appreciate you coming in. Sorry you fell asleep the other night, but those things happen. I sleep through half of the news that I try to watch in the evening as well. I just click off. I think it's the commercials that do it. We don't have commercials here, but you do have a long-winded master of ceremonies here, over.
Yes. good way of putting it. Okay. Good to hear you. Back to you, K6MYC, AB6SR.
73, Stan. WA6AXX, how about you, Ed? Ed's quiet tonight. KB6BA. K6KLY. KT2G. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Okay. Very quiet tonight in the Bay Area. I'm surprised I'm not hearing Jim, WB6JNN. He keeps telling me he doesn't hear me on 432, or I don't hear him, but nobody else is hearing him either. Oh, you guys would have told me, right?
JNN was on a little bit earlier, Mike.
Okay, well, I'll put him in. Thanks for that. Okay, I'm going to slide out up a little bit, peek on KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. If I don't hear him, I'm going to Oakley. Here we go. That should be pretty close to Mike. KB6WFC, K6MYC. How about it, Mike? Okay, nothing there. Let me go right up to Oakley then. Here's Oakley. There's Oakley. N6RO, the one-eyed monster, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO. Well, the one-eyed monster just choked out on that. Bozo 835 in Charlie Mike 97. The high temperature, I forgot to look. It's around 92 or 94 or something like that. And dinner is going to be salmon and broccoli and something else. Oh, I'm going to have a problem doing 222 this Saturday because the radio that has the transverter is going to be on use in the North American QSO party, Multi 2 rather. So but I can operate the other radios that other bands at the 9700 contacts. That is all. N6RO.
Okay. We'll of course look for you tomorrow night on 432 here, and then Saturday night we'll look for you on 1296 and 432, and I'll understand about 222. Yeah. So there you go. I had dinner already, so I'm ahead of you. Boy, you are running late tonight. I had a beautiful hamburger. Matt came home and made a wonderful hamburger. We thought we would have the pleasure of my grandson also, like he usually comes over on Wednesdays and makes dinner with Matt, but he made a short trip to Hawaii, I think it was Hawaii. And they came back, and everybody on the trip got sick. About 4 days after they got back, they all come down with something. He's got it. So he did not come over tonight. So Matt just whipped up a very delicious big hamburger, bacon burger. And I finished about 2/3 of it, and then I had to come out here and get on the net. So I got a little bit of bacon burger yet to munch through before I get off to bed. Good night for now, Ken. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd call that a Matt Burger, the gourmet chef.
Matt Burger, that's it.
See you on 432.
Roger. Anybody else in this direction? How about you, John, KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima? Oh, no, yeah, that's right, KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima.
KD6WVL, I'm 1179, Charlie Mike 97, LQ.
Okay, we've got you, and you're already tuned up for the 6-digit contest coming up this weekend, I see, over.
Oh, yeah, I think I even have the 8-digit part of it. I think the last two are 64, if I can remember correctly.
That pins you down to which end of the house you're in, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't do it that way, because that makes it a little more accurate for your location.
Well, the 6-digit is close enough. It's well within a mile. I think they're just trying to do mileage. This is a mileage contest. You get points for the number of miles between the contacts, so I don't think you need any more accuracy than 6 digits.
Oh, yeah, that'll work out pretty good. Yeah, I wish I could get my 432 working, but like I say, I got a end connector coming into a SO239, so it wouldn't hook up.
Well, you need an adapter, huh? Yeah. Too bad you don't live near me. I have dozens of those.
Oh, yeah, it's too bad Radio Shack's gone.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'd trust that quality anyway. It would work, but...
Oh, yeah. I'm so dang far from HRO. It's like, I don't know, 85 miles.
Yeah, it ain't worth the trip, is it? All right. Well, good to hear you. I'm going to move on because we're running a little late here, trying to get done by 9 o'clock, and I'm going to have to push. So 7-3 for tonight, John, and we'll look for you on 432 if miracles happen with a connector.
7-3. Have a good evening. KD6WVO.
Cheers, 7-3. Anybody else? W6WSS, ZZ. Anybody else up and down the valley? K6MYC. How about Sean? Lodi, Sean.
Mike, Kilo 6 Mike, Tango Sierra, Delta Mike 6. Delta Mike 6, Golf X-Ray.
Delta Mike 06, yeah. Okay, Golf X-Ray. Good. We got you, Mark. Good evening. 680.
Good evening. You see you had a bacon burger. Did you have cheese with that burger?
There may have been some cheese on there, but it wasn't the big part of it. The bacon was overwhelming anyway.
How about slice white onion or tomato?
Yes, that too. And a side taste refresher of kiwi.
Oh, very nice. Sounds like a nice dinner. I had a bacon cheeseburger last night and a BLT tonight over.
What's the difference?
Well, the BLT is bacon, lettuce, and tomato, and last night was a bacon cheeseburger.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sounds good. Is these homemade?
Well, yeah. You know, it's you can't eat bacon all the time, but so we whip up a batch every so often, and as you know, it's quite delicious stuff. But yeah, and we still have more left over.
Very good. Very good.
There's your pork report.
Okay. Got me drooling here. All right. Let's see. I'm still pointed toward up the valley. One last call up to San Joaquin and Sacramento Valley before I go right to Sacramento. Go ahead. Well, how about it, Bill? KO6KD, Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta, K6MYC.
Yeah, I think I heard you better before you moved the antenna. All right, anyway, KO6KD, Bozo 776, checking in. Don't want to make you late, so I'll get out of here, 7-3.
Okay, we didn't hear you this morning. I was a few minutes late, but tomorrow morning we should have a little longer session. Bob had clients and stuff that were on his mind, but he did show up, and we talked to Mark, and the conditions were reasonable. Phil was in there as well, but he had something to do with his sister, I believe, and he left early. Anyway, I'll look for you tomorrow on 40 and on 432 later. KO6KD, K6MYC.
KO6KD.
Okay, how about you, John?
Yeah, K6MYC, in the group, KR6MR Bozo 759, how copy?
Just fine. We got some motorboating on you, but it's probably because I'm not pointed right at you. But good signal here. Kind of pukey on 1296 yesterday. We didn't hear you at all, but I did check you in because Paul, K6 Whiskey India Sugar, said he heard you at 4x1. Over.
Roger. Yeah, I talked to Paul a little bit later. Just now, you dropped out, and Bill couldn't hear you, so you guys doubled.
I dropped out for Bill, you say?
That is correct.
Okay. Bill, do you want to make a transmission?
Well, I hear you now, Mike. I don't know. I unkeyed and you disappeared. So, anyway, but no, that's fine. I'll go ahead and get out of here. I know you said you wanted to be done by 9, so I'm not going to be holding you up here. You still got lots to do. So, I'll try to be around tomorrow. I was not there this morning. Well, I was there this morning. Initially, I couldn't hear Phil. But then when you showed up, everything started to build up quite nicely. But then so did whatever was going on in my gut. I was about ready to puke. I just couldn't. I couldn't bother. I couldn't sit by the radio, so I just switched it off and went over and laid down and tried to keep from throwing up.
Well, I knew we had a real rough conversation, but I didn't know it was enough to make you sick to your stomach.
Yeah, I didn't hear too much of it. I'm sure it had nothing to do with you guys. It's just something going on with me. So anyway, anyway, I'm sorry I missed out. I'm sure it was an enlightening conversation. I'll try to be there tomorrow if you guys will be around. So forgive me for not being there. KO6KD.
Well, you better check with your doctor. Make sure you don't have you're not pregnant. You don't have that morning sickness. You're not pregnant, are you, Bill?
Excuse me. If I was to take a profile view, you would probably ask, how long I've been carrying the. It's funny you should say that though. My niece, she's barely 5'1", barely 85 pounds, is carrying over 15 pounds of twin boys, and I keep saying she's not gonna deliver twin boys. She's simply going to explode. I'm really quite concerned for her.
Oh, you mean she's pregnant and she only weighs how much does she weigh by herself normally?
85 pounds.
Holy crap, she is teeny. And she's got twin boys in her stomach, in her uterus?
Yeah, they're over 6 pounds, or like 6 1/4 pounds each. Plus, then you got the other stuff in there. So she's close to 15 pounds, and it's like, come on, man, let's do something here. I got it. The guy comes over today for my home health, and he goes, why is your blood pressure 186/110?
Yeah, why is that?
Well, I said, I'm scared stiff about my niece, and I don't know, whatever. So I think that was Ken that said hello. So anyway, yeah, I'm just letting things get to me, but I don't want to keep you late. I already signed out, so I'll do it a second time, but I'll try to be there tomorrow. The tummy's feeling better today.
Well, that's good. I'm starting to take my blood pressure nightly so I can feed it to the new people at the Byers Eye Institute. Last night I was 124/72, not too bad.
Oh, for what? Oh my God! I wouldn't be able to stand up out of the chair if my blood pressure was that low.
Oh, sure you would. You have to be around 60 or 70 before you start getting faint.
I got it because my blood pressure is so damn high. So anyway, if the stock market or Bitcoin would go up as much as my blood pressure, there'd be a lot of rich people.
Well, thank you. Luckily, I'm not invested in the stock market, though. All right. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening as well. Bell 73 KO6KD, K6MYC, and back to you for a final there, John. Over.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, last night was horrible for 1296. But I did finally, much as I said, talk with Paul. He swung the beam around to me, and there was a much better contact. Hopefully we'll be doing okay tomorrow night on 432.
Yeah, look for you then. You got an awful lot of noise in the background, or you got your mic gain wide open or something. What's going on in the background?
It could be the air blowing on it. Is that better now?
No, it's still pretty ready. It's almost as loud as you are. You ought to just key the mic and look at your watt meter.
90 watts, wow.
Yeah, there you are. So, yeah, you got, well, you could probably turn the compression off and that would probably go back to normal. I'm going to hear you fine without it. It's actually better copy when you don't have that in there. All right, 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow on 432, John. KR6MR, K6MYC, now looking for Reading. Reading, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KO6HS, Charlie November 80, Reading. Here we go, K6MYC. Go ahead, Rich.
Okay, this is KD6 Wave in, number 145. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, very light. You're Q3. Readability 3, but I've got you, and maybe I can peek up the antenna and get a little better peek on you. But the signals come down the valley from Reading. They're not really well defined. I can usually hear you over quite a wide azimuth heading. Anyway, take another transmission. I'll see if I can get a peek, and then we'll try to pick up Jerry there. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, over.
Okay, Mike. Well, you're coming up in St. Frank now, so maybe it'll be a little bit better. Yeah, it's kind of rough. I got to shoot between a couple of small hills here locally, and you're right in the correct location. I also pick up my TV stations through those same spots. Anyway, how's that? I wish I could get this antenna. Well, let's see, what am I on? No, this antenna's up high enough. The other one I need to get up higher is 6 meters and 432. Anyway, how was that? Enough chatter? Over?
Yeah, got a good peek on you. You're roaring in here now, and I was off a little bit, but all I have on you now is a slow motorboat or a slow up and down 1 second fade, which makes every other word sound loud, but much louder than before. How me?
Oh, same way, yeah. You're actually getting up to about S5 to S7 here, and that's good. When I start seeing some little blue marks there on the signal level area, then I know it's going to be okay. So anyway, I can copy you all the way down when it's not even indicating anything on the S meter. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, you got a good, nice, quiet background there. Very good. Let's see if Jerry's in here, and get going here. KO6HS, Reading, southern half of Reading, K6MYC.
Roger, KO6HS 230, we're out here, and sounding good, fairly steady for the moment, Mike, about S5, and hopefully we're making it back that way, over.
Yeah, no, good signal from you as well. The same up and down QSB, which makes it a little hard for my old tired ears to keep up with it, but otherwise it's fine, and we're copying you just fine. So the conditions are pretty good tonight, except for this kind of slow flutter. Anyway, great to hear you. Thanks so much for always being there. It will always make my day when I hook up with my friends in Reading. Over.
There, well, it's a special time too. Well, at least for me, when I can make it down that way. I find that the conditions lately have been kind of rough, and sometimes just barely make it down there. But we had a little change in the weather here. I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with it. We had kind of hazy skies, so I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with it. And change the temperature structure of the atmosphere, and maybe we just got lucky tonight. Over.
Yeah. It's been pretty warm here, by the way. We got up into the mid-90s, I think, yesterday, and close to that today. It wasn't quite as hot, but very close. I did work outside again I usually get about 3 hours in the heat. I work outside in the heat for about 3 hours, and some of that's in the sun, and most of it's in the shade. And I did something I hardly ever do. I pulled weeds again today, Jerry. Over.
I pulled a couple today, but that wasn't my main duty outside. It wasn't the main activity, but I pulled a few here too. We had something else going on outside, so we were out in the heat for as long as I could stand it, and started to get hot and sweaty, so I had to come back in for a little while and take a break. But sounds like the conditions are fading just a bit, so I won't keep it too long, and we'll turn it back for final here. Over.
Yeah, well, still solid copy. Okay on your humidity. Our humidity this year has been running 2 to 3 times normal. at least 2 to 3 times normal and sometimes 4 times more than normal. We've had a humidity as high as 60% here. Normally we run 15 to 20. So it's been very sweaty here. However, I'm not working physically hard. I'm working, but I'm crawling around on my hands and knees and pulling weeds, and so I'm not doing real strenuous stuff. Otherwise, I'd be sweating a lot heavier. 73, Jerry, good to hear you. Good to chat, and we'll shoot it back to you, and then you can turn it up to Rich. KO6HS for your final K6MYC, Central California.
All right, very good, Mike. Sounds good there. Yeah, we had some haze today. So it wasn't quite as hot as it should have been, but it was warm enough, and I think the humidity was up here also. All right, very good there. We'll turn it over to Rich for a final, and we'll say 73, and we'll catch you next time. KO6HS.
73, Jerry, go ahead, Rich.
The humidity seems like it's been sitting in the 20% area for the most part, which is kind of somewhat normal. But in the middle of summertime, it'll drop down to the single digits, and then you got to walk around the house with a key in your hand so you don't get a shock. Just scooting across the carpet, you build up some energy. All right, 7-3. We'll see you later. KD6 shortwave ready. Over.
We haven't had any of that carpet shock stuff now that you mention it. So again, it's another indicator that we're not that dry. We're quite humid. We seldom drop below 30. So we've been running between 30 and 40% almost the entire summer. 7-3, Rich. 7-3, Jerry. And we'll, of course, look for you tomorrow on 432. We might even get a couple of words in on 432. I'd sure like to get you on Saturday night about 8:30. 8:30 on Saturday night, we'll be doing the contest. I'll be doing my half-hour thing on 432-100 starting at about 8:30. And maybe we could even pull you out of the noise here on that would be a great grid square to get, and that would probably win California for distance. Hi. It's a distance contest. You have to give me your 6-digit grid square, so be sure you give me Charlie November 80, whatever it is. Over.
Yeah, well, I can find that on the QRZ site there. It's listed. I never use it for anything, those extra letters in there, just Charlie November 80, and that's about it. I did manage to work into England the other day on 6 meters, which was pretty nice. Okay, we'll see you. Hasta lumbago. Don't swoop over too much. KD6, so what?
Okay, so what? Listen, look yourself up on the Bozo Net. Go to bozonets.com and call and look up your name, and your 6-digit grid square will be there. It might be easier than finding it on QRZ. Over.
It's not there, Mike. He was too early. I just started doing it when I took over. It's TR for him. Tango Romeo.
Okay, your other digits are Tango Romeo, Tango Radio. So you're Charlie November 80, Texas Radio.
Well, that's it.
Did you get that, Rich? Boy, he took a dump. Texas Radio, TR. Jerry, if you heard it, pass it on.
I missed something there. What?
Okay, 7-3, guys. Let's see if there's anybody else before we go to Nevada. K6MYC, Sacramento area. Go ahead.
KB6, WFC 775.
Okay, 775, way off axis, but we'll take you, Mike. I called you earlier. Thank you very much for checking in, Mike. 775, we've got you. Over.
Roger. Thank you. Good evening. 73.
7-3. Okay, 775, Rob, over there in Daly City, checking in on the back side of the antenna or on the side. All right, anybody else in Sacramento and parts in between and beyond the K6MYC? I wonder if maybe my audio, no, I guess I'm kicking the meter up good. I don't know why everybody's telling me that I'm very weak tonight. That's weird. Okay, well, here we go to Nevada. Here we go. Okay, there's Nevada. Nevada, KD6BQ, KD6BQ, and others, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC.
Well, I've got you, Richard, but you're very weak. Try it again, Richard. Holy cow, 249. We have 249. We have you, Richard. I wonder if it's as bad for you, Daniel. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7, Uniform, Quebec, London. K6MYC, over.
Roger, here is 272. This is KE7UQL. You're down about S3 at this time, over.
Well, you're loud. So it's probably just QSB up and down. You're quite loud here. You're way louder than Richard, which is very unusual. I wonder if he doesn't have the amplifier turned on or something there. Got him, so he's checked in. I heard his 249. I wonder if you've heard Larry or Eric on it all tonight yet, over?
For me, a contact with Alpha 6 Sugar down in Delta Mike 06. That would be worth a lot of points for me, over.
What was the? You wanted to make a contact with Delta Mike 06. Okay, well I can give you a Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo in the contest, over.
Well, Roger, I will work you in the time schedule, but just letting you know I have worked Alpha 6 Sugar before on the higher band, so I hope I get a chance to connect with him, over.
Yeah, well maybe we'll have. I'm going to try and get Bill on there. On 432, Alpha 6 Sugar on 432. Alpha 6 Sugar has 800 watts on 432, and he's in the lower end of Delta Mike 06, about as far south as you can go before you get into DMO5. That should be good for you, over. Yeah, very weak now. The path is very bad tonight. Very poor path tonight. Up and down a lot. But we'll look for you tomorrow. We'll look for you tomorrow on 432 here, Daniel. KE7UQL. And then a little pause for you again, Richard. KD6BQ, or did you figure out what's wrong there, over? Who was it?
November 7, Victor Alpha Zulu, 1193, 1193, over.
I think I'm hearing 3 by 1, but it doesn't sound like your voice, Richard. It's very hollow. Maybe the antenna's pointed to the north or something. KD6BQ, Wassa Valley, K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, over.
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249. That's Eric in there, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, over.
Oh, that was Eric. Okay, that's why he sounds hollow. And he's 1192, isn't he?
1190.
Oh, 1193. Okay, I thought it was 1193, but I thought somebody gave me 1192 the other night, and I might have confused it. Okay, we've got you, Eric. We've got you, and thank you very much for checking in here with 1193. Great to hear you, and hopefully we can hear you this weekend. Richard and Daniel, you can pass on what I'm going to be doing on Saturday night for the 222 and up contest. We'll be on 222 at 7:30. At 8 o'clock, we'll be going to 1296. And 8:30, we'll be back on 432, or going down to 432 at 8:30. looking for contacts and giving 6-digit wedge squares. Over.
Roger, roger. I will relay KE7 UQL.
Thank you, Daniel. 73 skies is kind of flaky tonight. Hopefully it's better over the weekend, but hopefully we will have good conditions this weekend. And we'll look forward to seeing whoever can get on 432 tomorrow night to reiterate and confirm Saturday night. Over.
Roger, roger. QSL.
73 Daniel, 73 Richard, 73 Eric, KN7 Victor Alpha Zulu, KD6 BQ, and KE7 UQL. K6 MYC will be clear. Good evening. Did.
K6 USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Okay, November 7, Victor Alpha Zulu, can we go up 5?
Yeah, I hear you. Aaron, good evening to you. We thought you were here somewhere. We knew the stream was working, so we knew you were around somewhere. Good to hear you. We're just about done with the net. I thought I'd go back to the Bay Area briefly and see if I pick up. We're missing 2 people, WB6JNN, and we're missing KW6 Sugar in Santa Cruz, so we're going to go back there briefly. We've already got Eddie, KE6BK, so there you are. Rob, pick it up while we rotate to the Bay Area.
Okay, Mike. I didn't get the calls before Dane and Bill came in, so if you can give me those numbers quick, that'd be great.
Real way back in the beginning.
Yeah, I heard Dane and Bill, 107 and 800, and before that I didn't have anybody down.
Oh, well, let's see, 982 would be the first one. And Dane checked in, and then somewhere along the line in there, 803, Dan was in. Dane and Dan both. We did get Mike, W6 Papa Echo, and of course in Oakhurst. We did get. I'm trying to think of who the first one was in the Fresno area. I guess it was finally 704. Terry broke in. Did you get him?
No, I didn't.
704 for Terry, and then KJ6TYO was in 1009.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Okay. Did get a Tascadero. You got those?
Yep. They were all after Mike, W6PE, and Dane, WB6JNP.
And I did get 831, of course, John down there in the high desert.
Yeah, I figured that because you told me that I wasn't there for talking to him.
I didn't even call for KB6RQU. I'm sure he would have called in, and I did not call for N6SWR. I heard nothing from anybody else other than high desert down that way. Bill finally checked in later. WA6AAJ was also in, so I think you're up to speed.
Okay.
We got a long list. I think we're in the mid-40s or more. So I can have Judy count it. I got a pretty good list. I did a pretty good job of writing it out. I can have her give you a download if you want.
Yeah, if you want. Just the numbers is fine, but I think I've got most all of them there. I was just missing a couple in the very beginning.
Okay. Okay, let me go back to the Bay Area and give one call here. Okay, Bay Area, and also Santa Cruz, KW6 Sugar, KW6S, or anybody in the Bay Area, K6MYC, calling and listening. Late checks are missed for Bay Area, KWB6J and Ed. KB6BA. We go up a little higher here, a little higher in the Bay Area. Bay Area, late checks and missed, K6MYC. Did also miss WA6AXX. I guess that's it. I think we're done. Just for fun, I'm rotating back to 155. There's 155. Let's see who we have there. Late checks are missed. KB6RQU, KB6RQU or N6SWR. Or K6JJI, or is it N6JJI and Bodfish? K6MYC, calling and listening. And we got crickets again. Good night, Aaron. Good night, Rob. K6MYC, 12 and Delta Mike 07, closing the 2-meter Bozo Net from Northern California. Something's changed in your radio. You're very high pitched. So you got the wrong bandwidth or something.
Move your antenna, Mike. Move your antenna. It's the path.
It's so pinched I can't even copy. Are you getting him, Rob?
Oh, yeah, loud and clear. He says it's the path. Move your antenna, Mike.
I'm pointed at 155 or so. I heard him there earlier. Normally he's okay in this direction.
No, Mike, I wasn't here earlier because you were so weak.
Okay. I hear you. Anything to pass on to me, or can I leave the antenna where it is and close?
No, we're good, Rob. We can close. It's just, man, the path is weird. He sounds weird to me, and I sound weird to him.
Give me some more chatter.
There you go. Yeah, there was just, in that one particular direction, it's, the path was really wonky. I was only getting high pitch on you, and same in the other direction. Wasn't getting full frequency response. It's very weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I have not heard that before that I can remember in the past ever.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't check in with you at the beginning of the net, because you were pointed in that direction, and I was like, yeah, I'm not even going to try. I'll just wait until he's pointed up north, which is what I did. So I don't know if we got a weird inversion layer with it getting hotter, but yeah, it's definitely sucking up part of the signal.
I've seen it on HF where it's on 80 meters, it takes out some part of the sideband.
Yeah, well, that's what happens with, when you're on a mode that's so much wide and you're not getting the same reflection at every single individual frequency. We'll just switch to CW.
Oh. All right, well, I'm clear unless there's something else here. Good evening. I get back in and get a little dinner. I'm thirsty, too. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, 4:32. KM6SR, K6USY, K6MYC, clear but listening.
Good night, Mike. Good night, Rob. K6USY.
Okay, Mike and Aaron. Yeah, Aaron, I heard an echo there on my call sign, so it must be coming on the stream. Yeah, Mike, I got 40, so that's the count. K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
Yeah, I think we got more than 40 here, but I could be wrong. I'll have Judy count it. And if it's way different, well, I'll have her send it to you.
Roger on that.